Today, when it rains, you complain because your food delivery is 20 minutes late. Maybe your socks get wet, maybe your Wi-Fi dies, and suddenly civilization has collapsed. In my time, if it rained for a week, we started ranking each other by calories. Personal space became a luxury. Torg, being the largest, quietly became emergency protein. Hi, I'm Caro. Today I'm telling you what happened when the sky forgot how to stop crying. Day 1? Easy. Everyone ran into the cave and made themselves comfortable. Torg waved it off. Give it a few hours, he said. It'll pass. We even laughed. That's how you know we hadn't been humbled yet. So I ran outside, spread my arms, and yelled that the sky was bathing me. Nobody responded, not one person. The rain kept going anyway. Day 2. Still raining. Fine. We still had dry firewood, food, and hope. Mira counted the logs twice and said that pile was not 9 days of fire. Nobody listened. We told her to relax and enjoy the free water. Elder Ozu said nothing. He just watched the water and tightened his grip on that staff. Day 3. The firewood started getting damp. So did everything else we owned. The cave smelled like wet fur, wet leather, wet people, wet disappointment. If Mildew had a fan club, we were hosting the annual meeting. Everyone looked miserable. Except me. I was somehow enjoying myself. Every morning my father Torg marched to the cave entrance, squinted dramatically, and crossed his arms. And he'd announce, with complete confidence, good news, he thought it was clearing. It wasn't. Not once. 9 mornings, same announcement, same rain. Eventually we used him as the weather report. If Torg said clearing, we prepared for more rain. Day 4. The vibe collapsed completely. Here's something modern humans don't appreciate. Rain for 1 day is weather. Rain for 9 days is unemployment. Hunting? Cancelled. Gathering? Cancelled. Sunlight? Cancelled. Existing happily? Also cancelled. The deer weren't stupid. They'd gone somewhere dry too. Probably watching us from the trees thinking, look at these idiots. The biggest problem wasn't even the rain. It was fire. People think making a fire is the difficult part. Keeping one alive while everything around you is soaking wet? That's the real boss fight. Wet wood doesn't burn, it auditions, it hisses, it smokes dramatically, it gives you hope. Then it immediately dies. Our cave looked less like a home and more like somebody had boiled a mammoth indoors. Everybody's eyes burned, nobody could breathe, nobody complained, because the alternative was worse. If the fire died, we were cold, and our food stayed raw, and every predator outside suddenly remembered our address. So every morning, someone got the world's worst job. Go find dry wood. Torg folded his arms and said nothing out there burns, nothing, dry, wood. After 6 straight days of rain. That's like asking for a dry fish. He went anyway. He always went anyway. That's the part nobody says out loud. The wood he found hissed and died. Mira never said I told you so. She didn't have to. Then Ozu opened his fur cloak, dry moss. He'd been keeping it since day 1. Meanwhile, people imagine caves as giant prehistoric hotels. No. Water dripped from the ceiling. The floor slowly became mud. Everything you owned was damp. There was exactly one dry corner. One. Torg was sitting in it. By day 8, everyone was irritated. Ever been trapped in a tiny room with your family? Now remove the television, the phones, the snacks. Now make everyone smell like damp mammoth. Welcome to my childhood. My father had told the same hunting story 18 times. Day 1, he fought 1 wolf. Day 5, 4 wolves. Day 8, one of them was on fire. By day 9, I'm fairly certain he'd invaded another continent. Nobody corrected him anymore. Then Elder Ozu weighed in. Every tribe has that one guy whose source is, trust me. He nodded very wisely and told us the spirits were angry. Mira asked him how he knew. He said the spirits had told him. She asked when. He paused for a moment and said, just now. Then he added that this was probably something I had done. Fair enough. Every 20 minutes I ran outside and looked directly at the sky. Every 20 minutes. Then I'd walk back in completely soaked and announce my update. Still wet. Then I'd smile proudly and tell everyone that at least I was clean. The dried meat disappeared first. Then the nuts. Then the berries. By day 9, everyone chewed incredibly slowly, trying to convince their stomach 1 bite counted as 2. My father spent an uncomfortable amount of time staring at a suspicious mushroom. The mushroom looked nervous. Now here's the strange part. This was actually when most of the work got done. You couldn't hunt. So you fixed things. Sharpened spears, repaired clothes, made rope, carved tools. Basically every job we'd been putting off until tomorrow. Well, tomorrow arrived. My mother turned into the world's first project manager. She pointed at people. You? Fix that. You, sew this. Nobody argued. Then she pointed at me. You, stop pretending you're busy. Nobody escaped. Not even the children. Especially not the children. Then came the stories. The same stories. Every single night. Elder Ozu's fish story grew about 2 feet longer every single evening. Day 1, a fish. Day 4, a giant fish. By day 7, he had invented Godzilla. I insisted I'd once outrun lightning. My father claimed he'd scared off a bear. My mother said he'd slipped into a bush. He said he'd slipped strategically. You don't tell those stories because they're new. You tell them because they're familiar. Because laughing together is easier than panicking together. We're still here. We're still a tribe. Then one morning, silence. No dripping. No thunder. No rain. Everyone stared outside. Nobody moved. We'd forgotten what sunshine actually looked like. My father took the first step, immediately slipped, face planted straight into the mud. My mother looked at him, looked at the tribe, took one very deep breath. Then she said, "Nature can have him." Nobody objected. Not even my father. I'm Caro, still alive, still avoiding week-long rainstorms. And my father.